Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Eastern Kentucky first responders spend the holiday weekend helping people affected by severe weather. And one Eastern Kentucky boy helps out neighbors in need as the cleanup continues in our region.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good Monday morning to you. It's 5:33 on, it is January 3rd, 2022. Good morning to you. And let's head over to Brandon for a look at that forecast. And Brandon, what a wild 2022 it's been already.
Yeah.
I mean, bless y'all's hearts.
Yeah.
So literally, and the weather just keeps happening.
Listen, we broke record highs
Yeah.
at the London Corporate Airport and National Weather Service office at Jackson on Saturday. And as you'll see behind me, it's snowing this morning. So again, it's just been a wild start to 2022, and that trend will continue as we finally see winter weather coming into play. Let's take a look, see what's going on right now. Live pinpoint Doppler radar. Some heavier bands of snow still hovering around the borders there with Kentucky and Virginia, also into East Tennessee. So that snow probably starting to pile up just a little bit there as well. Winter storm warnings continue there for Pike, Letcher, Harlan, and Bell counties until 8 a.m. for Dickinson, Buchanan, Lee, and Wise counties in Virginia, and Claiborne and Campbell counties in Tennessee until 10 a.m. So we're keeping an eye on that. Snow-covered roads over at Norton this morning. You're seeing those there on US 23 as we like to take a look at our camera over there. So be slow going out there this morning. Take it easy. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s and continuing to fall. Those will probably fall through about mid-morning before they start to rebound as that snow finally starts to wrap up. Your breakfast forecast, if you're going out today, be careful. Bundle up because it's going to get colder before it gets warmer. And then after that, we'll get into the 30s a little later today with some sunshine. Also, if you're needing to see those school closings, you can find those on the bottom of your screen or at WYMT.com/closings. Dakota?
All right, Brandon, thank you. Well, Kentucky State Highway 2024 is closed indefinitely in Owsley County due to flood damage. Now, the closing is at mile point 2.6 after the bridge crossing Indian Creek took severe damage. Now, transportation cabinet personnel are planning to build a temporary low water crossing once the creek subsides. There is no alternative route, and officials say around 175 cars use the bridge. The location is just south of Grassy Branch Road in the Ricetown community. KY 195 in Pike County is closed for up to 2 days. The closure is between mile points 4.5 and 5 near Kentucky 611 and Bowling Fork Road. A KYTC crew anticipates removing the fallen rocks could take up to 2 days. Officials urge everyone to use caution near the rock slide. A full list of all the road closings in our area can be found on our website at WYMT.com. Pike County was hit hard by the rainfall this past weekend, with many roads and areas underwater through the day, and areas like Chloe Road seeing a familiar issue. A mudslide closed both lanes of the Pikeville Road as Kentucky Transportation Cabinet crews worked to clear the debris. Now, the area is just past the elementary school, and anyone traveling that road is asked to be cautious even if the road is clear. Pikeville Fire Department posted these pictures on its Facebook page. Members of their Swiftwater Rescue Team responded to the Big Creek area to help those in need. As you can see, the floodwaters were high enough to reach their waists. Members went door to door to make sure people were taken out of their homes safely. Pike County Emergency Management has begun damage assessments after Saturday's storms. Now, it is beginning in the Belfry area to assess the amount of damage done and to people's homes and property. After emergency management is finished in Belfry, it is going to move on to the Big Creek area. They ask if your home was flooded to call its office at 606-432-0210. First responders in Floyd County spent the weekend clearing roads and rescuing those in need when an impassable road on Kentucky 1426 near Harold was met with a couple of stalled cars. Volunteer firefighters from Betsy Lane and Allen showed up to lend a hand. Crews were able to get a man and woman back to dry land after an unsuccessful attempt to make it through several feet of water. A call that was one of many, according to Sheriff John Hunt, that could be avoided with a little extra caution.
We ask that anybody not go through any high water, but it happens. We know it happens, and then one person sees one go through it, and then they get the nerve up to say they can do it, and next thing you know, we're having to go rescue somebody 100 yards out in the water that couldn't make it as good as the vehicle before them.
Now, Sheriff Hunt says there have been no major injuries reported in the county, which he considers a blessing, and he encourages community members to stay safe and stay home and to keep the roadways free for first responders. Well, as things get under control in Pike County, officials are preparing for whatever comes next. Community leaders in Belfry say as more information comes in, they are assessing a plan moving forward. Fire Chief Nee Jackson adds his crews have been in contact with the emergency services. The current objective is to assess damage.
Trying to check on folks to see if they need any housing. Most people here take care of their own. They have friends and family that they stay with until they can start the cleanup process. So.
Now, Jackson says they ask everyone to stay safe and out of harm's way during the next couple of days. During severe weather like major flooding during the weekend, help can come in many shapes and sizes. Our Chaz Jenkins has more from Breathitt County.
A holler underwater, with people struggling to save their homes, leaving 12-year-old Tanner Cooper to take action.
My family and them was over there in their house, so I went over there and started helping them, and then my uncle's tires and stuff washed down, and I went to go get them.
With the help of his cousin, Cooper wasted no time, riding his horse through the flood to gather his family's items.
He don't care. He does all that kind of stuff. He don't care. He don't see no danger. Him and his cousin do not see no danger. They just do it. They don't think, they just do it.
But for Cooper, the sight of flooding is not uncommon.
It was kind of like usual. Usually every flood, I usually walk the roads and see how bad it is.
Cooper seeing support and appreciation from the neighborhood.
They just want to do it to help. You know, Isaac's good for that too, Tanner's cousin, you know, but they like to help. That's the main thing, they like to help.
Worried about the county, with flooding in the area calming down.
Yeah, this one was worse. Because the last one, it didn't break the roads off as bad, and I almost fell in the creek when I was going down the road. And my pony kept going towards the ditch line. That's the only reason I didn't go in the creek.
Showing courage in a time of uncertainty. In Breathitt County, Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Noble says in the meantime, they have been keeping safe, and she hopes everyone does the same. Recently, we shared a story with you about the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources recycling Christmas trees across the state. Now the Lexington Division of Waste Management is doing its part to make the holiday even more green. The city is accepting any and all broken, tangled, or split strands of Christmas lights at several locations across the city. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources is still collecting live trees until January 15th. You can find the drop-off points on our website at WYMT.com. Well, just ahead this morning, a major entertainment company is about to run into a spot of bother over one of its most iconic characters.
And the snow is still coming down pretty good in some areas, and that could lead to some issues on the roads. I'll track the rest of your forecast in about 3 minutes.